Chilling.
All right, so Micca, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I can't complain. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. I really appreciate it. You've been supporting the show for a long time, and I appreciate that as well.
Well, thank you. I like the whole vibe and style. So.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do?
So basically, what I do, I'm a singer and a rapper.
Okay.
I write for other artists, major and independent.
Okay.
I've been doing that for about a year, and I also have a band
Okay.
that I'm in doing that as well.
Nice. So you do a lot. You're very busy.
Very.
Very, very busy. So I noticed your accent, and we kind of spoke on it a little bit. Can you tell me what your ethnicity is? So for everybody that's wondering when they talk to you, like, what is she?
So I am Polish,
Okay.
Cuban, and African American.
Okay. Nice. So your mom is what?
So my mom is the Polish side.
Okay.
My dad is the Cuban and African American. But they're kind of the same thing because his dad is Cuban, but his
Okay.
mom is mixed race.
Okay.
So it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
So I just don't bother with it. I just like
Yeah.
I'm mixed. I leave it at that.
That's what's up. So you being Polish and Cuban and African American, how has that influenced your music? Or has it influenced the type of music that you have at all?
It definitely influenced my music because on this new EP that I got coming up, I talk about a array of different things that, pertain to all of those groups.
Okay.
On top of the sounds, like I have a little bit of Latin trap.
Okay.
I have, hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
and then I try to add in, pop elements.
Mm-hmm. Nice. That's what's up. So do you get, like, is your audience, is it versatile, your audience?
Yes.
Or?
So
Okay.
most of my audience and followers, they are either African, like from Africa. Like I have a huge following in Nigeria,
Okay.
in South Africa. A big Latin following, and then I also, have people here in the States, African Americans, and regular, everyday, I guess, white people.
That feels so good because I mean, a lot of people, they cater to one group of people. So the fact that you're catering to multiple different types of people, that's amazing. That has to feel really, really good.
Oh, it definitely feels good because I don't feel, restricted to, just talking about just one type of plight. And then growing up in the household that I grew up in, I got to see everything and everybody. So it's not just, I only know this culture or this culture or this culture.
Yeah.
So I try to just throw it all in there and make everybody happy.
Yeah. That's what's up. So, and I saw this one video you did. Oh my God, it was so cute. It was like you were dancing your butt off. First of all, so are you a dancer too?
Yes. So I'm a trained dancer.
Okay.
I've trained in ballet,
Nice.
modern tap, and jazz.
Okay.
And recently, I just got into majorette dancing.
Okay.
So I'm definitely learning all types of dance, but
Nice.
I've been dancing all my life.
That's what's up. That's perfect. Like it just goes hand in hand with everything.
You have to. If you want to be an all around entertainer, you got to.
Yeah, that's what's up. So who inspires you? Do you look up to any other artists or entertainers?
Yeah, my number one is Janet Jackson.
Okay.
I
was
mean,
not expecting that, but okay.
Oh, Janet, all the way, because like Janet embodies entertainment. It's not just she's a really good singer, or it's not just she has really good songs. Like Janet embodies entertainment. Period. Dancing, singing, whatever you want, she got it.
Yeah, acting, all that. That's what's up. Okay. All right. So, out of everything that you have done, everything that you have accomplished, what would you say your biggest accomplishment is?
My biggest accomplishment, as far as music,
Just, it could be musically. Yeah, it could be musically, or it could just be, you know, overall entertainment or whatever.
I think my biggest accomplishment is probably just really stepping out and doing stuff on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Like my music is out on my own label, you know,
Nice.
and I'm just really starting to come to terms with being able to uh, put out things that I'm in control of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think that's pretty much the biggest accomplishment. Like there's nobody, you know, really pulling the strings. I don't have to wait for something. I can just put music out and, you know, have people enjoy it.
Yeah. So what drives you? What makes you say, okay, Micca, you need to do this. All right, keep going, keep pushing. Like, what drives you?
Probably, you know, wanting to make my dad proud. My dad died about 7 years ago.
Okay.
And
I'm sorry to hear
oh,
that.
thank you. It's fine because, you know, I was raised to be able to deal with it, whatever. And me and my dad had a really good relationship.
Yeah.
But he died about 7 years ago. But in the 90s, he won the Apollo 4 times.
Wow.
And he had a record deal. So I was able to, you know, kind of get that energy from him.
Yeah.
And
what did he do specifically?
He was an R&B singer.
Okay.
So I know just about every R&B song before I was alive and after. And he definitely like embodied, you know, everything those entertainers back in the 90s was. Like even though, you know, I'm a kid of the late 90s and 2000s, I embody a lot of what, you know, the 90s bring. Like I like 90s style, I like 90s nostalgia, like everything about the 90s. So my dad pretty much is what drives me to keep going.
That's what's up. Oh. I love that. So how old are you?
I am a woman.
I'm a woman. You don't ask a woman how old she is.
It's whatever I look like.
That's so funny.
I'm just going to give you a tad bit. I'm a child of the late 90s. That's it.
I know. I was like, because me too. Okay, cool. All right. So, are you open to collaborations with other people in the area? And if so, what would be, like, what type of other artists would you like to work with or collaborate with?
I like to collaborate with all kinds of artists. So far, I've collaborated with Hispanic artists, rappers, and even not as far as, you know, talking about, you know, race. I've collaborated with people from different cities.
Nice.
So, you know, that's in the area. You know, I'm from DC, so it's this whole big thing with, you know, DC and Baltimore. So I decided to do, you know, a song with a Baltimore artist.
Okay.
To kind of bridge that gap.
Yeah.
And now, like, I find myself running back and forth to Baltimore a whole lot, you know. But I'll pretty much work with anybody as long as, one, you're serious, and two, you want to do good music.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right, so I just lost my train of thought. But do you like to sing more than you like to rap, or do you like to rap more than you like to sing, or do you like them both equally?
I like them both equally.
Okay, I had a feeling you was going to say that.
Because, like, with rapping, you get to express a lot more.
Okay.
In the verbiage, and in singing, you get to express a lot more in how it sounds.
Yeah, like the feeling
part
of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't think one can go without the other if you can do it.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna have some fun.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you some one-word responses, and so you just say this or that or whatever. Okay. All right. So, what do you get complimented on the most?
My butt. It's a shame.
My butt.
It's such a shame.
Girl, be proud. Be proud of that butt, girl. I wish. All right. So, if you could invest in one thing, what would it be?
Probably my own studio.
Your own studio?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you know? Are you good behind the computer, behind all the technology?
Engineering?
Yeah.
No, but I'm learning.
Okay.
I'm definitely learning. But as far as production,
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely good with production. I just have to sit with an engineer because I do my own production.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. That's what's up. All right. So, what is one food that you could never get rid of, or give up?
Empanadas.
Empanadas.
Like, I can eat those all day and I shouldn't.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Hot or cold weather?
Hot.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. These last few days been like too hot.
I'll take the hot versus the cold. If you ever been to Poland, you will appreciate it.
Okay, so I've never been. So yeah. All right. So the last thing is, if you had 30 seconds to tell the world one thing, what would it be? Or anything, what would it be? And you could look at the camera and tell your fans, your followers, your friends, if you had 30 seconds to tell them anything, what would it be?
I would tell y'all need to go and stream my music, one. And then two, just keep supporting artists, especially independent artists, because, we're coming out with so much dope content, and it's being able to be seen now. So support, especially me.
And where can they find you at?
And you can find me on Instagram. It's The Real Micca, MICCA. And you can find me on Twitter at DC Micca. And you can find me on Facebook, just Micca, MICCA.
Nice. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with talking to me. You have a beautiful smile too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Aww. You're so pretty.